Clean up.
I got a wife and a baby, yeah, yeah. Whoa. Now my love has gained its fame, yeah. Slipping into darkness, yeah. When I heard my mother say, I was slipping into darkness.
So does it take a lot to set up TikTok? Well, you said they had their own app, right?
When I heard my mother say, hey, what she say, what she say? You've been slipping into darkness. Pretty soon
Okay.
you're gonna pay.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Okay, let's go.
Let's have
All right. Now
we're here.
I was like, I had every mic muted. I'm looking at it like that. Let's see. I'm going to unmute the desktop mic too, because we just going to make sure that I got everything good. All right. The show. All right. Well, Big O is at work, and he said it really depends on where they set him, whether or not he was going to be able to be in here. Girlfriend was in earlier in her defense. It was in way early, and I don't know what happened. Now, I'm sure she's going to tell me, but I'm not sure what happened. Okay. I'm just listening. I was just listening to because I'm like, dude, because like I said, once my pops was like, dude, I have to turn the TV like way up to hear you. And I'm like, I don't know. Now, before we get started, whatever, tonight is the NBA draft. I am aware. And it literally just started. So I mean, because I have the TV on in the background, so it literally just started. So it's the Nets, I guess, have the first pick, and I guess I could just go to ESPN.com and watch the. Okay, the Nets are on the clock.
On the clock. Okay. I thought the Hawks had the first pick.
Oh no, you're right. You're right. I think they just said something. She said from Buckhead to Bankhead. So yeah, I know. I remember those grounds.
Old stomping ground.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so now I got it just pulled up right here. I can see it. So Hawks are on the clock. All right, cool. All right. So, girlfriend, if you're watching, we're on Twitch and YouTube. No TikTok tonight. I had a whole bunch of stuff pop up for me, so I didn't really have time to get TikTok together. So, so we'll be good here, and how we start every week, right? How was your week?
Week's going pretty good. Weekend was real cool as well. Wife's family from your area came down and visited North Carolina.
Okay.
So we hung out over the weekend. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool. That is cool. You know, I'm still trying to remember what I did this weekend. Serious, I did. Because at one point I had offered to work, but then then I didn't need to, and I can't. Honestly, I can't remember. It's just bad. I likely, of course, didn't do much of anything. So there is that. And I just heard I'm also getting so. The other thing is that I just redid my computer area, and so that the most dreaded thing for me in doing so was shutting off my computer. And so I did. I ended, like I said, it was inevitable. You had to do it. The cables where you want them and all that kind of stuff. You have to shut it down. So I shut it down and I restarted, of course. And I've restarted a couple times since then. But the thing is that now that I am I'm back up, little notifications that I had muted that were set to mute sort of reset. You know, I can't even I can't get Discord, like the Discord app on my desktop. I can't get it to work. I can't. It's like I open it up and then it's just this big gray screen. There is no X to close it. There's nothing, none of that, which is it's just weird. So then I thought, oh, let me just go in the browser, you know, see if there's an update or something like that. Maybe I missed something. And it just says, hey, do you want to open Discord in the browser? And I'm like, yeah, well, sure, I'll just open it. And it opened up fine there. So that allowed me to send, because I send Big O the link when he's at work. I send it to him in Discord. Do you know about, did I tell you I had the Discord?
No, I just keep hearing you talking about it, but no.
Yeah, so we do have the Discord. I don't really do anything with it. It's basically, to be honest, it's basically me and Big O, and okay. I just sent him emails. That's about it. I don't. Okay, so now my dogs and stuff are running around. I don't know why that is. I think the older dog. You know what? Here's the other thing I realized, or my wife and I realized, is that our oldest dog is when he's about, is it 13 or so years old? So like in dog years, she's like 90 something.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, dude, you're old, man. I mean, and he doesn't really. I mean, he was just ripping around here just now. I guess he wanted to get out of the room, but most of the time he's just sort of sitting around. He he does. I would say he does old man stuff, but he doesn't really always act old because he will sleep like all day. But every now and then he'll get a little puppy in him and he'll run around a little bit. But then he'll just plop. It's like, all right, dude, I'm done. Enough of that. I'm good.
Tire himself out.
Yeah. All right. So there was 5 minutes. I'm trying to stall so we can see who the first pick is going to be. And
I was trying to pull up my tablet.
Okay, yeah, okay. So the envelope. Okay, the commissioner's got the envelope.
And of course, I'm streaming, so I'm behind.
Boom, 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 boom. Okay. It's not like I know who this is going to be.
Yeah, I'm not that aware of most of the players. Only ones that may stick out are the ones that were like in the Final Four.
They picked the this. Is he 7-footer? The kid from France.
Zach or something.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm clicking on him now because I think he's like, isn't he like 7 foot or something? No, he's 6'9".
6'9", okay.
6'9".
Zashir. I don't know how to say his name.
I think I heard that they weren't going to. He wouldn't work out for anybody.
Boom, and there she is.
There she is. Copy the link.
And boom. And she's got sound.
Yeah, I know I can hear.
Yeah, she hasn't said anything yet.
Oh, y'all can hear me.
Okay, yeah, there she is.
Yeah, we can hear you kicking around. So.
Watching tonight.
She got the red hawk on.
You miss my presence. I know you do.
We're listening to the dude, why are you sniffing the TV, man?
It's new. Gotta break it in.
He's
doing something. No, my dog is sniffing the new TV. So the thing is that I know you were talking about me earlier with these TVs. So, oh man, I didn't update tacos or burritos. Okay, so I didn't update those.
Taco.
You prefer tacos?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's.
I really prefer enchiladas, but if it's tacos or burritos, I'll take tacos. Yeah.
Okay, so there we go. So I asked the question. So now I gotta ask the question.
What was the question?
Tacos or burritos?
Tacos.
Really?
So you must be a burrito guy.
I am burrito.
Be going hard.
Yeah, I am burrito.
Yeah, I don't dislike burritos, but
Right.
You like burritos?
I like them, but I prefer tacos.
So, well, let me say this. Let me ask this question. I'll ask it this way: if you're having tacos, you getting 3 tacos. You're not a 1 taco person.
Nah, it's about 3, 4.
About 3. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now burrito. I'm 1 burrito. Like 1 burrito.
If it's a good thick burrito, then
yes, yeah, just nice huge burrito. But here's the thing: you said enchiladas, so
This almost like a burrito.
yeah. So what's where? Because are we talking about the sauce?
No. It's just I don't know. I just always like enchiladas.
Okay.
Got this
No,
little Mexican restaurant around the corner that me and my wife will go to that makes great enchiladas.
So you got the meat inside, the sauce, the cheese,
Yep.
the corn or the flour tortilla rolled up with
Yes.
all the other stuff on top,
you know
sour
what?
cream, guacamole,
Oh,
pico de
no,
gallo,
no, no,
jalapeno.
He said you done gone too far.
not too far.
Oh, well, then, baby, you ain't eating no enchiladas without
No,
that. You gotta
you
have
eat
some sour
something else. I
cream.
don't.
You gotta have some sour cream guacamole.
No, so
No, I
guacamole
agree with that.
maybe. No,
No
sorry.
sour
Pico de
cream.
gallo.
Yeah.
You have to have
Oh,
pico de gallo.
pico's fine. No
So
No
you
sour
sour
cream.
cream.
No
No
sour
sour
cream. I
cream.
hate sour cream.
You just
Yeah,
have cheese
I
in
don't.
your, what do you have on your,
No, I'm saying all the other stuff you said is fine. Stay away from you with sour cream. I will spit
Just
it back
can't do
at
the
you.
sour cream. He said spit it back.
okay.
Yeah, see, sour cream.
Can't
I agree.
stand it.
I'm not a sour cream guy.
I
You
love
can
sour
keep
cream.
I can't
you can keep
stand
your
it.
sour cream. Um. So if you haven't, and we're just off on something crazy, but enchiladas. I mean, it's got to be corn tortillas, right?
Oh,
Not
no.
flour. It's got to be corn.
Sometimes I don't like the way the corn is, and sometimes it can be hard. It can just be. It just depends on corn. But normally when I do enchiladas, I ask for flour.
Really?
Hmm.
Because see, I'm thinking. So this is the thing. So I think burrito flour. You have a flour tortilla with a burrito. Actually, I could go either way with the tacos. You can have but if I'm gonna have a corn shell, it's got to be a hard shell.
I prefer
Corn
hard
taco.
shells.
I can. If you're gonna do soft, give me a flour.
Right, then
Whatever.
they do flour. But yeah, I prefer hard shells.
I agree. I like
But-
hard shell.
But I always think when I think enchilada, I think corn shell. There's something about the sauce and the taste of the corn that's part of that experience. In my head.
Mm-mm.
But you down there, Texas, you
Yeah.
Yeah.
you getting the best of the best down there.
Y'all don't have it down there?
Not really.
Y'all missing out on
To a
some
degree.
good food.
I
mean, we
said,
get-
the spot up around the corner from us is good. Like they seem to
good
be
spot.
authentic enough. So.
So you know what? Now, there was a place in New Bern. Yeah. See, I don't know. The draft is going on. I don't know any of these people. Alex Starr, I think, just got drafted by the NBA draft. I'm really just Dreadful and I were talking earlier. The thing is that I think the only thing I'm actually anticipating here is Bronny James going to be taken at 15 by the Lakers, and I think they're at 15 or at 55. Now, don't get me wrong. I also what I want to have happen is that none of those people take Bronny James, and not because I don't want him drafted. I just want him to go to a different team.
I just don't think he should go high at all. It'd be nice if he got drafted, but wouldn't waste a top draft pick on him.
I agree with that. I wholeheartedly agree with that. Do
And Alexandre Sarr, he's the French. That's 7 foot.
oh he's a 7-footer.
Yeah.
Okay,
And he's from France.
yeah. So 2 French players go 1 and 2.
Taking over.
Unicorn big man, the Magic, and he plays power forward.
Really?
Wow. Yeah, that's the position they got him as, power forward.
Oh, yeah, just Perth Wildcats. Bordeaux, France.
Oh, okay. Well, I had a few notes.
All right. Shoot.
I had a few notes. Now, last week, and I don't want to go through this entire list, but last week I had mentioned that there were a few UFL guys who had gotten picked up by some NFL teams.
And she just dropped.
Did you? You still there? Dreadful, can you hear me?
I can hear you. She dropped.
Okay, boom, there you go. You were gone for a second.
Oh, and now she's back. Okay, so
Yeah,
we
see-
both must have. Did we both drop or just me?
No, just you. You were
Oh.
gone. I was looking,
Maybe it's me.
and all of a sudden, like the video feed was always there, but the sound went away. But then you went away over here too.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of funny. But we were talking about some of the UFL players because now the season's over, and some of these guys had gotten picked up. And I just want to mention a few of these guys. So overall, let me see. The one that was no surprise to me, just absolutely no surprise, was
Kicker?
Jake. Yeah, Jake Bates. I knew for a fact he was going to get picked up. It didn't. Like I said, if you got a kicker who can kick basically, I'm gonna say with ease, a 60-yard field goal, then
Yeah.
that's just gonna happen. I mean, he's going to be there.
Yeah. Especially the way the
like
kickers
he's
were
going-
hitting the past couple years.
You going in and out,
Really?
yeah. But you're good now.
Ah, okay.
Okay, but say what you said again though.
No, I'm just saying.
So, Dreadful, did you get snipped?
Snip what?
What?
What are you talking about?
Did you get cut from the live? You
That's
dropped?
No,
what-
he dropped, but he's back.
I'm back. I never go far. Yeah,
No,
I never
it
go
just-
far.
Yeah,
I'm
something
always
major.
here.
He says always.
I'm always here.
Okay, guess who with me?
We waited on you. We waited on you today.
Oh, must
I
be
was trying-
nice.
I was trying to-
I know my uncle out there is watching me.
He is. He's always watching.
He
Always,
loves
always.
me. I love him too.
But what were you? Okay, but what were you saying about the kickers now? Because I wanted to.
Oh
get
yeah,
back.
just the way the kickers have been going the past couple of years in the NFL. I mean, a lot of teams are looking for a solid kicker.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna miss extra points and 30-yard field goals.
He was actually 21 of 28, and he had
From 60
three
or
of them
just
from
period?
60 yards or better.
Oh, okay.
What team is this?
So he was on the Michigan Panthers. This was the UFL team, and so this
Which
guy,
NFL team picked him up?
the Lions. I mean,
Lions.
home just right there. He was just go around the corner.
All right.
So he's with the Lions now. So there were I'm looking at the list, and this could be more guys at this point, but there were like 3 defensive tackles, 2 offensive linemen, 1 linebacker. What is that? Was that me or is that somebody else?
A
are you
few
hearing?
moments later.
Oh, I know what that is. That's Gang over on he's throwing up sound effects. And I'm like, why do I hear sound effects? What's going on, Gang?
Gang, gang.
But there are two running backs and 1 wide receiver. So the running backs were, of course, basically number 1 and number 2 from the season. And it was funny to me because the top guy, he had 6 touchdowns, and I guess that makes him top. And he rushed for, it said 295 yards. And I'm
For the
like,
season?
what? Yeah. And now the second guy had his stat line is way better than me. 5 TDs, 460 yards, 23 catches for 151 yards.
Okay.
But the thing about it is that, I still less than 500 yards. But what did they play? 8 games or something
right,
like
that's
that?
just gonna say they played like actually
it's-
less than half the games then.
Yeah, it's like half of an NFL season.
Right. So
So
if
you
you're getting
have to think
about
about-
500 yards, then that's a pretty good season.
Yep. because if you extrapolate that out, that's well over 1,000 yards. So
Right.
yeah, but Jacob Sailors. He was with the St. Louis Battlehawk, and now he's with the Giants. So he was the guy with
Yeah, of course.
the catches and all that stuff.
Okay.
So it's kind of cool. I mean, is it Sayers or Sailors or something like that? But it's like Saylors. And
Okay.
excuse me, everybody out there who's watching. I mean, I appreciate everybody coming through. I had time. I did not make the time, I guess, to have the graphics for all these guys, because I was like, yeah, I can just do a bunch of graphics, at least have their picture up and some stats. But time gets away from me. But most of the guys, like the other running back, went to Seattle. I couldn't find out where he was. I didn't know about him during the league. So, but Ricky Pearson Jr. But he's probably a big dude. I didn't look at how big he was either. Just looked at his stats. But I imagine I felt like, huh?
I was gonna say that would sound like a Seattle type of guy.
Yeah. But I figured like a lot of linemen and stuff would go.
Oh yeah.
Because you need those guys. It's not you're not looking for a guy to necessarily play the whole game. You need you probably just get a guy who can give a guy a breather,
Yeah,
and if he can make a
guy.
sack at that point, then that's cool too. But they did have one offensive lineman. Is he? Yeah, but he went to Atlanta. Jared Jones-Smith. He was with St. Louis Battlehawks, but he had actually played in like 6 NFL games already. Like he played in 2020. He played three games with the Raiders, and in 2021 he played 3 games with the Ravens. He's got a thing about the R's, obviously. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure I promised that. I feel like I promised that before, and I was like, let me do that. Here's a question, because it says and I thought about this and I wrote it down this way. So it said, what team are you looking to be a surprise? Like, what team do you feel like this coming season is going to be a surprise? That you feel like is going to be a surprise?
Surprise. Not really sure, actually. I'm just trying to think of teams in my head real quick.
So and I'll give my answer. Give you some time to think about it. My team is Atlanta. The thing is, yes, the Falcons. I think the thing with the Falcons, like, just thinking about it right now, I don't necessarily think they're going to be great, but every time I stop and I'm sitting and I'm thinking like, they have potential to do some things this year. And so they are I like under the radar surprise team. But don't get me wrong, they got weapons. They probably, some people, if you're a fan of Atlanta, they're probably just like, there's no surprise there. They're going to be great. But
great, but
yeah, but fans, fanatics.
Yeah.
But no, I'm just thinking like, if Kirk Cousins can come back and relieve that injury, he gets over that. Like you said, you got Drake London, you got I can't the running back. It's like
Bijan.
Yep.
And then Pitts.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. So I mean, with that, it's like, dude, I think they can make some noise, and in their division, because what they got, the Saints, Tampa, and who's the 14? Carolina. Now that's another thing too, though. This whole deal with Bryce Young. So I heard this discussion this morning on the radio, and they were saying that like a big surprise is going to be Anthony Richardson. And they're like, well, how can Anthony Richardson be a surprise if, he was what? He wasn't a number one, but he was a first round pick, right?
Yeah, he's pick number 4.
Was he? Yeah, he was top 5. That's what it was. I think they say top 5 pick.
I think
so. You're not going to be surprised that he does well in the league. But the thing about that though is that I think but when you look at Bryce Young was a number 1 pick. So how can you be surprised if he does well? Because don't get me wrong, he had a bad season. I think the reason you do though, because we talked about this last week. I do believe that Anthony Richardson is going to have a good season, and I think it's like I don't know that I feel like it's going to be a surprise, but I think it's going to be a surprise. It was just it's. I think the fact that he didn't really play, he played 4 games last season.
Right.
I think the fact that he only played 4 games last season, people sort of, they back burner him a little bit.
Yeah.
Which is great for the Colts, but and it, I guess on some level, it brings down the expectations. But like with Bryce Young, that's another team. I keep thinking to myself, like, could they step things up this year? And of course, now here's the thing. Last year they were what? And I actually there was a whole nother list that I had written down. But the Carolina Panthers were 2-15, I guess last year. Is it 2-15? That doesn't seem like enough games.
Something like that too.
Is it 17 games?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, 17 games. Okay.
1 bye. Yeah.
And so, 3 games is an improvement, right? It's just like, and I don't remember which games they won. I know one of them was toward the end of the season.
Right.
And, but I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, oh, it's kind of crazy, right? It's just trying to figure which of these guys are, how the teams are going to be good. They have good, I'm just trying to figure, like, is it his offensive line that's going to, destroy him, talking about Bryce Young? Or because he's got a couple of good wide receivers. And I forgot, they got a new running back too, and I don't even know who that is. But somebody went there.
I know they got another wide receiver.
They also got. Go ahead.
I'd say if they're going to be better, it's going to just be their offense. They beefed up the line. They spent some money in free agency and got a couple guys on the line. And if I'm not mistaken, they probably also drafted somebody in later rounds. But like I said, they did get a wide receiver, Leggett, I think that's who they got. And
look at this guy.
And but they let go of everybody on defense. So,
and man, you got some stuff going on over there.
We got an interruption. He beeping in. Dropper had dropped and he came back.
Again?
Yeah.
We can barely hear you. I think you got to do what you did before. Drop and come back.
Again.
Is that him beeping?
Yeah, that's him. Like Chipmunk. Yeah, and it's him beeping.
That's
you
you
don't
beeping.
need no beeps on this live. No beeps.
You need to pop off and pop back on.
Yeah, it's like the other week he sounded like a chipmunk. I think that was going on again. But yeah, Carolina, I think their defense is going to be the problem because they let everybody go. I mean, they let their best defensive player in Burns. He's in New York, and then Chin and I think they're one of their linebackers. They're both gone. I don't remember where they went, but it's like they lost one of their best players at each level on the defense. So I don't think they're going to be all that great at defense. So if they're going to shine, it's going to have to be on offense.
Wow. So they got Chuba. Is their starter.
Chuba Hubbard, yeah. He was actually decent. They just didn't have a good offensive line.
And then Jonathan Brooks, Miles
Sanders?
Miles Sanders,
Okay, so
and Rashard Perry or Rashard Penny.
Penny. Okay. So yeah, they have like they're a
Those
bunch
are-
of B type backs, but they're
Yeah.
they're a good stable.
Yeah, I was gonna say together though.
Yeah. So they're a good committee of backs.
That's interesting. And then they got Deontay Johnson, Adam Thielen.
And Leggett. They did draft Leggett, right? From was he South Carolina?
Yes. Yes, Xavier.
Yeah.
Or Xavier, I'm sorry. Xavier.
And they still got a Trumbull. He's not bad at tight end.
Yep.
So like I said, he's got
Whoa.
pretty decent
Okay.
weapons if he gets time to throw.
All right, there you go.
Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
I can hear you, sir.
I'm
Yes.
just calling, just coming in to speak.
Hold on. Hold on. Come in. Let me give you the floor to speak here. All right. So now you got the floor to speak. Go ahead.
I was just coming in to speak. Hey, everybody. Right.
Yo.
But I had a moment before I came in. Jump in right quick.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I'm gonna probably call you a little later. I said I'm gonna probably give you a call a little later.
Yeah, I got to holler about something.
Yep.
Okay.
But all right, man. Have a good day at work.
Do some work.
That's the work he do. He sit there. He sit
You
there.
got them gloves on now.
Hey man, that's at the hospital. Shoot. Dude, I mean everybody. People get sick so quick. He popped back in. What?
Oh, you just on the side.
I get a shuttle joke to patio.
I think he heard something. Yeah, I can't. Dude, I cannot. I really need to I guess for as far as the draft goes, I have to go back and understand. I will say this: I am a little. I feel a little differently about the NBA right now. I did like the fact that Boston won. I like the fact that Jalen got the MVP. I honestly thought that they were going to give it to Tatum because I was watching that game like, dude, no. I'm like, no. And I'm like, because it was like he had a good game. Like it was, but I was like, dude, they can't just give it to him now. You know what I'm saying? Let's think about the whole series. But I was happy that Jalen got it. Because not only that, the other thing that I thought they might do, I thought they might do one of these, try to do like a co-MVP. Like give it to both of them. I really thought, I was like, no, don't do this. Because it was really one of those things. I was watching it and, Jaden didn't really have a great game. But at least the last game. So I was like, they're gonna do the co-MVP thing. But I'm glad they did. I'm glad he got it. I wanted to talk about draft picks as far as our and I know I'm way ahead here because I think we're 71 days until the season starts. And so, Mr. Commissioner, how long does that means what? How long before we actually draft?
Well, I usually draft like the week before. Actually, I think the week before the season actually starts because I want to make sure that everybody is got their final rosters in the league, and that way we have the correct people to choose from and not be trying to pick from a 90-man roster. So yeah, I usually wait till a week before the actual like that first Thursday night game. I usually do the draft the Saturday before that.
Man, I'm just so it looks like, and I was looking at some stuff. Brandon Ayuk apparently had an X, Twitter, whatever, video he put out there, and I've not seen the video. I read an article about it where he says that San Francisco doesn't want him anymore, and so he is basically seeking a trade. And I imagine a trade is coming at some point. I mean, that's my whole deal with San Francisco this season. Is that there's they've lost some pieces, and I think it's good because remember last season they had if one of the guys wasn't playing, then they just didn't have a good game or something crazy like that. So what I'm just thinking, like, man, that's my whole thing with San Francisco stepping back. However, where would be the best fit, do you think, for Brandon Ayuk?
Best fit. Trying to think. Probably. Let's see. Pittsburgh could probably use a solid.
Yeah, I think
receiver.
I think that was the place that I think the article was about was Pittsburgh.
And I don't know about if he's a good fit, but Arizona could also use another receiver.
Mm.
Don't know if he'd want to go to a rival. I don't know if they'd let him go to a rival, but
Arizona. So Arizona is. You watch college football, right? And I didn't. I know I didn't watch.
Off and on.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Well, yeah, he's a beast.
He is okay. Because he's with the Cardinals. They were talking about with him and Trey McBride. I was looking at some stuff about tight ends. And but what about for Brandon? What about Buffalo? Buffalo could use him.
They could use him definitely. They need another star receiver. Although they've brought in quite a few. Was that no?
They got Curtis Samuel.
No, okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I was like, Curtis Samuel. For some reason, I thought he went to the Giants, but yeah, he went to Buffalo.
Yeah, he went up there.
Claypool's actually in Buffalo.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, he's trying to revive himself.
This is
so
weird.
Much potential.
Yeah, I was like, it's just so weird, man. It's like, how can it not be working for this kid, right? I don't know.
It's like he doesn't have the heart.
And I guess that happens, right? I mean, if you can, but you don't have the my bad. But you don't have the want to.
Right.
It's like you have the ability, you just don't have the want to.
Either the heart or the mind, because part of the time he was just doing stupid stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know. What about? And I know outside of the money, because I'm pretty sure a team can't afford it. But what about Seattle? And
I guess it depends on what they're doing with Metcalf, and or Lockett, because like they have a good trio of wide
they
receivers.
do have a good trio. That's true.
So I'm saying unless they're having troubles with like I
But I've
heard
heard-
rumors about Metcalf. So
Yeah, I was gonna say I've heard that they were moving Metcalf.
so yeah, if they move Metcalf, then yeah, I can wholeheartedly see how he would clear. But again, I don't know if San Francisco would let him go to a rival.
Yeah, that's probably not the guy you want to go to your rival.
Nah.
You know, it's just saying, dude, man, because especially the way he's feeling, man, I just, and now I'm sitting here, I'm thinking about it. Where, and that may be the problem, right? Is finding somewhere for him to go.
Yep. Like I said, the furthest away would be Buffalo.
Man, what about the Patriots?
They could definitely use a receiver.
Brandon Ayuk with the Patriots.
They could definitely use a receiver.
Man,
I could actually see that.
Yeah, that actually might be a good deal.
Or
Let me see. I'm gonna look at their roster right
I'm
quick.
trying to think who else I was thinking the Jags could probably use them.
I think the Jags I think they got a replacement for Ridley.
Yeah, I know they took Gabe from the Bulls.
Yep.
And they still have Kirk. Although he was injured half of last year.
Oh wow, I forgot about this. The Patriots have KJ Osborne. He came from Minnesota.
Oh,
So their starters are
Osborne,
Kendrick Bourne, as it is now anyway. Kendrick
Bourne, Osborne, and Juju. Or they still have Juju?
They still have Juju, but he's not a starter. They got Demario Douglas and Jalen Polk as their three starters.
Really?
Yeah.
So Juju's probably about washed up then.
Yeah, Juju he's a second stringer.
Wow.
KJ Osborne, Juju, and Javon Baker are their twos.
Interesting.
That is. But I still say that Brandon Ayuk going to the Patriots would be.
I can see that.
Yeah.
You have Osborne, Ayuk, and the other Bourne. Yeah, Bourne.
Got Jacoby throwing the ball around.
For the distant future. Of course, what's system's going to take over.
Until Drake. Man, so, and okay, because now I'm just sitting here and I'm dreaming, I guess. So let me look at Washington.
Washington's got, I think they got 2 or 3 receivers. They have Terry. They have
Terry Dotson.
There's somebody else.
Luke McCaffrey.
Luke McCaffrey. So they drafted him, right? He's
right. Because that's
somebody else.
But they got Crowder, Damian Brown, and this name I cannot say. Olumide. I know I look crazy looking on the screen, but I can't say this kid's name. I want to say OZ.
Because somebody else, but no, I know what I'm thinking of. They used to have Curtis Samuel. That he's the one they let go.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
He's gone.
So yeah.
But they got Austin Eckler, Brian Robinson.
Okay, so
at running back, this is not bad. Zach Ertz,
Crowder. They got Eckler.
Yeah, they have Eckler.
I'm just shocked because I know they have Robinson.
They do. They got them both.
Yeah, they still Hurts. I mean, quietly they have a solid
So,
receiver.
so here's the other thing.
Like,
So
McLaren, he's a
did you
beast.
see Jaden Daniels
Johnson's not
play?
bad. Zacchaeus is fast.
Because Daniels he's a runner, right?
Robinson, a running back. That's a good 1-2 punch. And Zach Ertz, he's a solid tight end. I don't know how much he still got in the tank, but he's a solid tight end.
I am on ESPN, just looking at the different rosters. Ooh.
Frankie Louvu. Okay, that's where they went. It's Commanders. So yeah, Louvu and Jeremy Chin from the Panthers. They went to the Commanders.
Those
defense.
Yeah, that's what I'm going down to the 4-3 base D.
Ron Payne, Dante Fowler. So yeah, their super defensive line has now been plucked apart. All they have is Deron Payne left, and Jonathan Allen's not terrible. But I mean, they had
Bobby
Young and
was Bobby Wagner with the Commanders last season?
No, he was with Seattle.
He was with Seattle. Okay, because he's on there
he was
now.
with Seattle forever. Then he went to I can't remember some other team for like 1 year. Then he went back to Seattle.
Go to the Panthers.
So now he's with No, it wasn't. I don't think it was the Panthers. I thought it was something like the Rams or.
Oh, okay.
I have to look. I know he went to another team for like 1 year, two
He
tops.
tried to go
and then he went back to
grab a
Seattle.
ring. Came back.
Yeah, I think so. Let's see. Where is his career? Yeah, he went to Rams for a year. He went back to Seattle last year, and now he's with Washington.
That's not bad. So,
He's 34 years old, 33. He's about to turn 34 in a couple days, actually. No.
oh wow! He said happy birthday. Happy birthday, Ty.
He's always been a solid linebacker,
Right.
like always.
But no, let's see.
I
You
don't think
said
he's had a year that he's been in the league that he's had less than 100 tackles.
Oh wow. Okay, I'm gonna pull up Jacksonville.
Yeah, total tackles. He hasn't had a single season that he's had less than 100 tackles, I don't think.
Huh. Brian Thomas Jr. must be a rookie.
Who are you looking at?
Wide receiver. I'm on Jacksonville's depth chart now. I was looking at their wide receiving core. They had Christian Kirk, Gabe Davis. Guys that I know, Devin Duvernay, and Tim Jones.
Duvernay, okay.
Hey, this isn't Tim Jones from the Broncos, is it?
Tim Jones?
What are y'all looking at?
That name doesn't ring a bell.
I'm sorry.
I remember Parker Washington. I think he used to play for.
No use.
Sorry, we're just going over depth charts, rosters on different teams. Right now, we're looking at Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, let's see. I wanted bio.
Can fill you in.
I see you.
So you can be ready for fantasy football.
Yes.
I was looking at the draft picks for the NBA. He got drafted to the Rockets.
Yeah.
Who the? So, speaking of the Rockets,
Reed Shepard. Is that his name, Shepard?
No, look.
hold up. I don't even. Let me see. I can.
Yeah,
look.
Risha headed to the Rockets, and then Alex Stars headed to the was that Wizards? Hawk.
Oh, I don't like this.
Okay.
What? No, they only show me 5 picks. Like I just want the list. Just give me the list, dude. I want the whole list.
Oh, just the last 5.
Yeah. Well, not even the last 5. It's like they're showing me 6 through 10. You know, NFL draft track.
Oh,
Let me see. Is this better? Well, I don't need the draft order. I need the draft, dude. Okay, I don't need the order. Draft. Let's just go back here. Here we go. Let's go rounds. There we go. That's what I need right there. Man, San Antonio was on the clock again. This is so I heard that Houston is very much interested in trading for Kevin Durant.
really?
Yeah. I just found that interesting. The thing is that, and again, I haven't watched the NBA in some time. So it's odd to me because when I think of Houston, I think of James Harden. And what he's played what 3 teams since then?
Yeah, probably.
You should think of me when you think of Houston.
No, not no. I didn't say Houston. I said the Houston Rockets.
Rockets.
Well, you didn't say Rockets. You said Houston.
Did I say Houston?
Yes.
All right. Well, okay. Okay. Well, when I think of the Houston Rockets, what I think about is James Harden. And of course, man, was James Harden in with Brooklyn when Kevin Durant was in Brooklyn?
I think so for a minute.
For a minute.
Maybe 1 season.
Because then Harden went to Philadelphia, right? I think
so.
That's what
Like I said, he's been everywhere since.
He has. He's been, yeah, he has. He's at the Clippers now.
Clippers. Is it?
He's with the Clippers. Yeah, that's what. Pretty sure.
I couldn't remember.
Oh, yeah, you know what he is.
Well traveled.
Ronald Cunningham.
Yeah, he is with the Clippers.
Oh, wait, his name's not Cunningham. It's Dillingham. Rob Dillingham. Okay. All right. But so getting back towards our football talk, the thing was that one of the things that I was thinking about too is, you know, I said we were going to try to talk about the first round, but I mean the first round is pretty much a given, right? You got, you can look at any list, you know, but I'm still trying to figure out like who's going to be like the breakout guy, like the guy who will initially go undrafted, but is going to be like, oh, you got to pick him up, like, you know, and I'm thinking it's going to be some wide receiver. I feel like there's a shift, right, where now your fantasy team is full of wide receivers, where before you wanted to have like all the running backs. You know what I mean? It was like, yeah, I got to have this guy, and I got to have this guy, and this guy, and then I get. But now it's more like I feel more like it's wide receiver heavy. There's so many wide receivers that are good wide receivers too.
Yep.
Because it's like now, like everybody, we're talking about trios now. Everybody is the Cincinnati Bengals now, right? Because Cincinnati, it was what Tyler Boyd, Chase, and what's the other guy?
T. Higgins.
Higgins, right? So it's like everybody's copying that model. Because I mean,
although the Bengals don't have Boyd.
They don't have Boyd. Well, he's in Tennessee, but I mean, still, Tennessee is just. I mean, Tennessee took the coach, and then the coaches say, "Hey, look, this is what I do." So,
right,
you know. So well, here's another list. I saw this. I thought it was interesting. It was this, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was the top 6 teams that were most likely to have the number 1 pick in the draft in next year's draft.
Top
of the
16.
list. Top 6. Number
So I'm pretty
number
sure
1.
Carolina's there.
Yeah, Carolina was number 1.
I'm sure Patriots are up there.
You're okay. You good. You good.
Your boy would hate to hear that.
Yeah, he would. I tried. You know what? I tried to wait to see if he'd show up. So, the Commanders are definitely they're on there, but they are on the list.
I don't think personally. Like, I think they're going to do a lot better than people think. But that's just yeah.
Y'all said that. I mean, y'all said that. I mean, we just have to wait and see.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. Okay, so y'all got 3. You got 3 more.
Let's see who's. I mean, I want to say, I was about to say, I want to say the Giants.
Right. That's good. Giants.
I want to say the Giants. Look at teams.
All right, you need a hint?
Please don't say me.
Vikings is about the closest I can come to.
Well,
players and it depends on what the quarterback's going to do, but I would say Vikings.
Okay, Vikings are not on the list. Now, here's the thing. I found this list a little offensive.
So the Titans.
The Titans are definitely on the list.
The Titans on there?
The Titans are on the list.
The bottom 5? Well, I guess you said the bottom 5?
Yeah, this is like these are the top 6 teams most likely to get the number 1 pick in the draft next year.
So basically the bottom 6.
Yeah.
So I guess.
Okay, so the only team, the team that's missing,
Giants.
The Colts.
Yep. And they had. Well, let me tell you this too, though. They did have 2 honorable mentions, and the Vikings were one of the honorable.
Okay, that I can see.
Okay, you want me to give? I'll give you the last one. I give you the last one.
Okay, the Colts. No, not the Colts. Let's see.
The last one is the Broncos.
Broncos, really?
The Broncos.
Okay.
Now they drafted the quarterback too, right? Who did they draft?
Right, they drafted Bo Nix.
Bo Nix. Okay.
And
the other sleeper or honorable mention was the Jets.
I don't know about that.
See,
I guess that depends on Aaron Rodgers.
It all depends. That one all falls on Aaron Rodgers. It just if Aaron Rodgers can't come through on his surgery, then they're going to have a horrible
Right.
season. But if he can be halfway decent, I mean, they can make some noise. So it's always
I
interesting.
almost want to say the Raiders.
The Raiders. Ooh.
You said what now? Repeat
I
that.
want to say
Raiders. High
Raiders, they
probability
don't have a
of having the
quarterback.
number one pick. Because I was going to say, they got Gardner, right? Gardner Minshew. Is that who's the
Gardner
quarterback?
Minshew, and then they got I don't even know if that's their starter. I just know they picked him up. They also had McCaden. What's his name? Caden?
McCaden?
Here.
Something like that. And his depth chart. O'Connell, that's it.
Okay. Yeah.
Aiden O'Connell.
He was there last year. Yeah. He was like the starter last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I mean, they got good, decent weapons. They got Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers. They picked up Brock Bowers. They got Michael Mayer. So I guess again, it's another team. It depends on how the quarterback does.
Yeah.
They let their running back go, Jacobs.
And he's up. Man, that's another team.
Wait. What team? What team?
Like the defense looks
Green
like
Bay.
it's a little better, but
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about the quarterback.
Green Bay get closer and closer every time.
Like, I think Green Bay.
Closer and closer every time, and
So that division, that's going to be an interesting division because we got Chicago, Green Bay, Detroit, and Minnesota. I mean, like, all of these teams could be good. I mean, you got two rookie quarterbacks? You got two rookie quarterbacks, one vet, and then one guy who's on his second. Well, Love isn't on his second year. This will be his third year, right? Because he sat behind Rodgers for a year. He started last year.
Yeah, second
Second
starting, but he's been there like 4, almost 5 years.
Has he been there for like 4 years? So
I think he was sitting like almost 3 behind Rodgers.
Really?
So, yeah, and then he started last year. So I think he is technically his 5th year.
Wow. But excuse me, good. But yeah, I think that was at the NFC North. That's going to be crazy. That division is going to be really good, I think. See, so that's part of this thing, though.
I don't think the rookie starts for Minnesota though.
Who else do they have up there?
They had Darnold. I think they picked up Darnold.
Oh yeah. Yep, I had a friend of mine who is a Minnesota fan, and he was like, "At least we have Aaron Donald." No, not Aaron Donald. Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold. Yeah. Actually, Minnesota may not suck if Darnold doesn't suck. It's another team that depends on the quarterback because they have Aaron Jones as running back. They got Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, T.J. Hawkinson. Like, they have weapons. It just depends on the quarterback end. So a lot of these teams actually have decent weapons. It just depends on the
It just depends on the quarterback. That's the thing, man. It's got to be like anybody but Kansas City, y'all. And
I'm with
So
you.
you're trying to get to this.
Yes.
and the thing is that I'm
Don't
not
get me wrong, I love them, but
right. Exactly. That's exactly how I feel. It's like
we sick of this now.
I like him, but
We play is no game. We're not like like woo. We like we know we like this. We know who's gonna win.
man, it's gonna be funny. That guy was Xavier, the one who got the record for the 40.
Oh, Worthy.
Worthy, yes. He can. I mean, he's playing with Patrick Mahomes. You know what I mean? It's like this dude, he could be like an instant. You know what? And I will say this: if I'm Andy Reid, like
That's the key.
like the first play of the season, I'd send him. I'd just sprint him out and just throw the ball all the way down the field. The thing is that it doesn't even matter whether or not he catches it or not. It doesn't matter. But you want to see that dude blaze down the field, and you want to be able to say, "Look, Patrick can get him the ball." Like that's all you want to see. It's like because at that point,
everybody see it.
Yeah, I was gonna say at that point, all the safeties are backing up. It's like you can't. It's like okay. Just try to keep them in front of you. Just that's it. Just try to keep them in front of you. Just at least give guys get to what I mean. But Patrick Mahomes will be dancing around in the backfield, and then he just fling it down the field, dude. Oh my goodness! And they play at the beginning of the season. I mean, the first game of the season is Kansas City, Baltimore. Because that's the other thing. I'm looking forward to, Derrick Henry.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm still a fan. I can't it's like I can't buy a jersey. I can't buy a jersey. But I am a fan. I am still a fan. But you know what though? I can't buy any jersey anymore. I can't.
Yeah, nah.
Guys are moving around.
Baltimore jersey. That's only because of my fam. But other than that, I don't have another jersey.
Yeah, but see, family is different.
And family is jersey for Christmas. It's still a jersey for Christmas.
Yeah, I can't. I'm like, I think I am. I'm on hats and sweatshirts now. Like that's the thing. Like I get a team sweatshirt. Yeah.
Big O don't wash his sweatshirt.
Well, I do wash mine. I wash mine. But I do owe him a hat though. I forgot about this. I do owe him a hat.
You owe him a hat, and you guys owe me a sweatshirt.
Well, he owes you a sweatshirt. Don't put me in there with that.
I'm gonna talk to him in the next 30 minutes. So put that in his radar.
I will talk to him. I did talk to him.
He is at work now. He working. He at work.
Yeah, well, he's a captive audience. Captive audience. But yeah, I just I can't. Like I said, with the guys moving around so much, jerseys are expensive. I mean, they just And I think
you can get them on Amazon now.
Yeah, but still. But the thing is that we'll go for it.
I like authentic jerseys for one, but like you said,
from the NFL.com or either go to the mall. I mean,
it's still expensive. So you're at least paying $100 and something for. Like I said, I like authentic jerseys, so I'm at least paying $100 and something for a jersey.
At least
they leave the team too quick. Like players leave the team too quick. So like I said, the only way I'm buying a jersey now is if somebody on the Colts happens to have the same last name as I do.
Yeah.
That way at least means something.
Yeah. No, I got you on that. I get that. He obviously didn't want to say his last name, dude. We'll get it to you.
I didn't ask you.
Hey, man.
I'm like, well, when you gonna get that? Because you may not ever get that jersey.
I will, because Brown is a very prevalent name in the NFL. So
he said it's going to happen.
I can almost go to any team and find a Brown.
Antonio Brown. I want to burn it so bad. I was so mad at him.
That's the one Brown I'm not proud of.
So mad at him.
That's the one Brown I'm not proud of.
I put so much faith in that boy. It's crazy. Come on.
So did the
But you know
Raiders.
what? Here's a question, Steeler fan. Has anybody ever heard? Have we heard from Big Ben lately? Is he just retired and fell off the face of the
Fell
earth?
off the earth, just like Luck did.
Let's see what he's doing. Let's go to the Google. I don't know what he's doing.
I don't know. Hey, wait a minute. Let me tell you. Now you be careful Googling Ben Roethlisberger.
I know.
Be careful
You
now.
might be in jail. Probably why you hadn't heard from him.
Everything. Look, they pull up everything you pulling up. Mm-hmm. I don't know what Big Ben doing. Probably somewhere on the couch somewhere.
But I don't know.
Need to go to my groups on Facebook, Steeler groups.
Oh yeah.
They'll tell me.
So I am playing in. I'm probably going to be in at least 3 leagues this year because I'll still be in your league. I have my family league, and I'm in the league with Jacob. So I'm just like your team, your league is 14 teams. So that's going to be different. But the other 2 leagues are 10 player, 10 team leagues. So I'm thinking to myself, like, you'll probably be able to pick up 3 good wide receivers. I mean, at least what we believe to be,
yeah, definitely
believed to be, during the draft itself. There's so many guys because, like I said, you start looking at teams. Everybody's got. It feels like everybody's got at least 3 wide receivers, right?
at least half the teams do. Yeah.
Yeah, and also even with running backs, everybody's sort of got 2 guys. Got a little bit of a committee going there. Now that sucks.
It sucks for fantasy.
Yeah. Wide receiver is going to be wide receiver. You're okay, but running back, the committee for running back is rough. Man, because that's another thing, and I'm gonna give away my draft secrets. Nobody will remember him anyway. But I usually if.
Hey guys, I'm gonna go ahead and drop.
Okay. All right. Well, don't forget. I need some lemon heads.
Once I get my sweatshirt. You're supposed to be gone by 30 minutes. Yeah,
I am. I'm gonna talk to him.
I'm getting.
So, if my choice was between, and I'll just say like Higgins Higgins and Chase, that's a different. I have to take Chase on that.
Yeah, you got to.
But a lot of times I'll sort of look at the number 2 guy, thinking that teams will focus on
the number 1 guy.
Number 1, leaving 2 open or in single coverage. But Chase is a different animal altogether. You can't not take him. But like last year, I took Justin Jefferson with the number 1 pick, instead of McCaffrey. Man, I don't know. I'm sitting here and I've got like 500 scenarios in my head. We I don't know. I think what we ought to do. Let me say this. We're going to do the non-football talk with everybody, and I think I'm tentatively say let's do it in July. It's the end of the month anyway. So we sort of say mid-July at some point. I know Gang is all about it. He's sort of excited. Okay. And, I'm sure Big O's got a couple of people too who be interested in doing that. Just to, whatever topic is, whatever. I think Gang was all excited about the Drake and Kendrick Lamar conversation we had the other day. It's so interesting to me. You know what? Oh, this was the thing. I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna because it's been an hour and 20 minutes or so. So we'll start wrapping up. But I think we're in this season. This is just this somebody season. Because this morning, literally this morning, I am watching. I get up in the morning, I watch the news. I'm old, I guess. I get up in the morning, I watch the news. The commercial comes on. Local commercial about, it's a lawyer, right? The lawyer, he's got his like grandkid sitting with him. And he actually calls out the other lawyer guy in town. He's like, what kind of sense does it make to stand on top of a truck or something crazy like that? I'm like, he asked his grandson, like, does that make sense? And he's like, no, that doesn't make any sense. I'm like, everybody's dissing everybody. I was like, this man just straight called him out. Like he didn't, everybody knows exactly who he's talking about. It's like, you have got to be kidding me. And now I'm waiting because now I got to look for tomorrow.
Yeah, wait for
the other guy go get him back. You go say something about all them dogs you have running around on the set or something. But I was just like, it's just crazy. There were some other rappers who are having, this is here and there. But they're none like back in the day. And of course, I'm not trying to get involved in this right now, but back in the day, the diss is way better. It's just guys going back and forth. But all right, but we'll hit some of this at some point in time. All right. So let me see. I'm gonna start prepping the offline. So I don't know. Got anything before we sign off?
I was just trying to figure out who this was that got drafted by the Bulls. Like he's bawling his eyes out.
Oh, really?
He's crying for a minute and he's smiling and happy now. There were tears of joy, but he was just
right.
crying. And his mama was hugging him, and I guess that's his girlfriend on the other side of him.
Dude, I don't even know how to say that name. What is his name? Because I want to say Miles, but it's not Miles. Mateus?
Sure. They're not showing his name.
Mateus Bazales. Nikolatovic. Wow. Okay, so I was wrong. So the Lakers actually have the 17th pick. I was saying 15th. They have the 17th pick. And then they have, that's all we get to see tonight. We just get to see the 30.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I guess you can wrap it up and go finish watching this draft.
Yeah, we just watched the draft. All right. Well, like I said, appreciate everybody for coming through. Thank y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Don't forget, anytime you got a question, throw it in the chat. Either on Twitch, on YouTube. You can hit me up on TikTok too. We just didn't do it today, but we are normally going to be live on TikTok as well. So we'll be everywhere. And we'll monitor all of the chats and all of the messages and whatever. So it's cool. But until next week, we'll holler. Peace out.
Peace.